Hi, Grandma Debbie here. So tonight for dinner, we're making a recipe from the past. It's probably a really old recipe, I don't know. It's called chicken a la king. And I got the recipe out of this cookbook. And I thought it would be something really fun to make. I have leftover chicken and I was looking to see what I could do with it that I hadn't done before. And this recipe popped up and I was like, you know what? That's what I'm going to try. All right, so we're going to get started. So the first thing we're going to do, though, is we're going to make rice. So you're going to make rice with me. All right, so let's get going. Okay, so I've got my rice here, and I'm going to get out 2 scoops of it and put it in my rice cooker. And then we're going to go to the sink, and we're going to wash it. So let's go over to the sink. Okay, so we're gonna wash the rice. So I just wash it in cold water. And I know some people use a strainer to strain it. I just use my hand to try and keep the water out. I usually do this about 2-3 times. Just depends. But all you're basically doing is washing off all the sticky stuff, I guess, the starch. Okay. All right, so it looks really good. All right, so now we're going to fill it up. That's my water softener, or my reverse osmosis, sorry. All right, so I'm going to show you a little trick here that a former co-worker showed me to do. You stick your hand in the rice cooker, and you want it to come about right here on your knuckles. So it's not there, so I'm going to add a little more water to it. A tad bit more water. I don't know if you can see, but it's coming up to, yep, it's good. All right, so we're going to head over to, back over to the other side of the kitchen. Okay, so we got the rice over here. Got our rice cooker ready to go. It's plugged in. So now all I'm going to do is turn it on. And then I'm going to try to move it out of the way so you can see what I'm doing for the rest of it, because we're going to do our prepping here. All right, so let me turn you off so I can move it. Okay, so I've moved it off to the side. And we're going to start prepping things. Now, I've got a jar of pimentos, diced pimentos. I just use this brand, that I drained a little bit. And I'm going to put it over on the opposite side of the kitchen because that's where we're going to need to use it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a green onion. So I have a small green onion, or bell pepper. And we're just going to chop it up real small. Now this is a recipe that my mom used to make, so it's one that I did grow up eating. And you can serve this over mashed potatoes, you can serve it on toast, you can serve it on rice, you can serve it on noodles, whatever you want to do. I just like to serve it over rice, so we're going to have it over rice. This is a recipe also that you can do on the weekend and then just have it in the refrigerator ready for leftovers and just warm it up for a quick and easy weeknight meal. want to try and get as much of the membrane off as you can. Okay, so we got that done. So we're just going to move that off to the side. Then we're going to use, I have a can of mushrooms, and I'm just going to drain the juice from the mushrooms, but I'm going to reserve the juice. Okay, so we got that done. All right, so now we're going to chop up the chicken. And like I said, I had leftover chicken. I had leftover rotisserie chicken. So that's what I'm using. Maybe if I can get it open. Good Lord. Oh, when all else fails, you get out the kitchen scissors. So, and you're just going to chop this up as well. Now you can also use canned chicken for this if you don't have rotisserie chicken, or you can make up a chicken breast or thighs or whatever you want to do. It's up to you. Okay, so we've got that done. So now we are going to head over to the other side of the kitchen. But first we're going to measure out 1.5 cups of milk. And then we will need hot water, but I'm going to be using I'll have to get water out of my tea kettle. Okay, so let's move over to the other side of the kitchen. Okay, so we're over here on the other side of the kitchen, and we are going to cook our peppers and our mushrooms in some butter. I'm using 1/2 cup of butter. So let me turn this on. And I'm actually going to, okay. All right, so I'm going to cook the mushrooms and the green pepper. So let me get that added. And along with the mushrooms. And we're just going to cook over medium heat. So I guess I should turn it down because I had it on high for about 5 minutes. Okay, so I'm just going to let this cook for a little bit and I will bring you back. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes. The onions have softened up, butter's melted, it's smelling amazing. So now I'm going to add in, I'm going to add in flour, and I have how much? I have a half a cup of flour. So I'm just going to add that in. I'm going to add in some salt and pepper. You're going to add about a quarter teaspoon of pepper and 1 teaspoon of salt, and I probably added more pepper. And I'm going to turn this down to low, cook it on low. And I'm going to stir this constantly until it starts to thicken up. Okay, so it's starting to bubble. So what I'm going to do now, and it's thickened up quite a bit, is I'm going to do a few other things, but I'm going to turn off the heat to start with. So let's see. All right, so I'm going to stir in 1.5 teaspoons of instant bouillon, if I can get the lid off. Now I'm just using better than bouillon. I'm using the chicken flavored. I'm going to add in 1.5 cups of milk. And I'm going to go get my hot water. I'll be right back. I'm adding in 1.5 cups of water, of hot water. And then I'm going to add in, let's see. Oh, and I'm going to add in the reserved juice from the mushrooms. And I'm going to turn on the heat again. And I'm going to cook it. Let's see. I'm going to heat it until it's boiling. But I'm also going to be stirring it while I'm doing that. Whoops, and I'm making a mess. But it wouldn't be me cooking without me making a mess. Then after it starts boiling, we're going to boil for 1 minute. I can already start feeling it thickening up. Okay, so it's starting to boil. So we're going to let it boil for a minute. I'm going to set the timer because otherwise I'm not going to pay any attention. Oh yeah, this is getting really thick, really nice. It's going to be so good. Okay, so it's been a minute. I'm going to actually turn it down a little bit. And then I'm going to add the chicken. And I'm going to add the pimientos. We're just going to stir this up. And when it's heated through, then we will be ready to eat. Okay, I turned it down to low, and I'm just going to let it sit here for a little bit until the chicken warms up. All right, so I just want to thank you for coming along with me on trying out this old recipe that my mom used to make, so it's going to bring back memories. So I just want to say thank you for coming along. Hit that like, hit the subscribe, and hit the share button, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.